Hey guys, NASCAR Mode 48 back again, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing Truck Series Playoff Predictions Episode 2 for the round of 8, because we've already had a round of 10, and for a bit of a recap, we predicted that it would be Carson Hocevar and Stuart Friesen out in the first round, but we were totally wrong, because instead of those two drivers, we had two dominant drivers who I thought would do well. First of all, Todd Gilliland, which is a huge disappointment for that 38 team because I thought that team would do better than last year. Last year, they also were eliminated in the first round because, it was his first time making the playoffs. Now he gets eliminated in the first round again, which is a bit of a heartbreaker for him. And Austin Hill is a big shocker because Austin Hill won the last two races before the playoffs even started. He had so much momentum going into the playoffs, and now he just is an early exit, and he was caught up in one of those wrecks that happened earlier. In fact, I think he caused one of those wrecks. But yeah, it does suck for him. But here's another thing: Austin Hill is not good at short tracks and stuff, but he was doing pretty good at Bristol, so I guess I could say he was having a nice solid day. He was running pretty well, and then he started to fade away. But now when we say I don't know, like Richmond, or wait, the Truck Series didn't even race at Richmond, but yeah, still Austin Hill is just not good at short tracks and stuff. So even if they made it to Martinsville, I don't know if he would have had a great race. But anyway, that's a bit of a recap. So the two drivers that we predicted to be out are still in the playoffs. So now we're going to be looking at the two drivers who I think will make the championship four for the Truck Series, and after that we'll be going through the rest of the six drivers and talking about if they can make it or if they can't make it. So let's go ahead and dive on into this episode. First up, the first driver who I believe will be making it in to the championship four is, of course, John Hunter Nemechek. No big surprise for that Ford team. They've just been on it. They've just been rolling and stuff. But I will have to admit they haven't really been doing so well in the first round. The first round has been a bit of a struggle for them. I mean, they did finish 22nd at Gateway, so that was a pretty rough start for John Hunter Nemechek and the Ford team, knowing they had so many wins in the regular season. Heck, they're the regular season champions. They have something like that happen. And then at Darlington, they did finish second, so that was a pretty nice comeback for them. And then at this last race at Bristol, the Ford team, they had a pretty solid race. They did have a couple of moments, but they did once again get they got third in this race. I forgot Grant Enfinger got up there into second, but still a nice solid, pretty rough first round for John Hunter Nemechek. We do expect better from him, but hey, he's doing what he's doing, especially in the last two races, so can't count him out for the championship. Of course, we all think he's going to be the champion, so just watch out for John Hunter Nemechek and the Ford team as they're just rolling, and that's why I think they'll make the championship four. So the real question is, will they win the championship? That's another story for another day. So John Hunter Nemechek is the first driver who I believe will make the championship four. Now let's look at the second driver who I think will advance into the championship four. And that second driver is Sheldon Creed, or however Vince Welch says it. Creed wins it. Or I can't do a very good Vince Welch impression, but I saw someone on YouTube do it. It was very funny in a one iRacing video or race. But anyway, Sheldon Creed is the second driver who I believe will make the championship four because the momentum for Sheldon Creed has just been on it, just like what goes good together, peanut butter and jelly, or grilled cheese and tomato sauce and apples and peanut butter, whatever. But still, a great solid first round for them. They win at Gateway, and well, I wasn't really shocked they were gonna run good at Gateway because they won at Gateway a year ago. They had to put Todd Gill on the wall for the win, and then Darlington sweeps Darlington. Sheldon Creed is good at Darlington, so watch out because next year he'll be heading into the Xfinity Series for RCR, probably be teammates with Myatt Snider. So watch out for him when we head to the Xfinity Series at Darlington in 2022 because he could be a threat for the win, but it's his rookie season, so he'll have to get his feet wet. But still, great first round for John Hunter Sheldon Creed gets first, and then he finishes. He finished 19th at Bristol because of that little bump and run that Chandler Smith gave him, or a bit of side-by-side action. So it does suck for Creed, but he did sweep both stages in that race. So that shows you Creed has the momentum heading into the round of 8. So watch out for him when we go to of course to Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville is going to be great races for him. But yeah, Sheldon Creed is the second driver I believe will make the championship 4. Now let's look at these next 6 drivers, and we're going to talk about how they can or why they should make the championship 4, and also some reasons on why they probably won't. So let's go ahead and get that right out of the way. First up, Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes actually had a pretty solid first round. He finished 3rd at Gateway, finished 9th at Bristol. Darlington, on the other hand, won this race a year ago, finishes 34th, so that's not really good. And earlier this year, he finished 10th at Vegas, even though did he spin in that one, or was that last year? I forgot. But still, a nice solid top 10 there. And then last year, he finished 5th at Talladega and finished 2nd at Martinsville a year ago. So definitely watch out for Ben Rhodes to make a nice playoff run to head into the championship 4. But the thing I don't really like about Ben Rhodes, on like why I don't think he'll make it into the championship 4, is just the consistency for the 99 team has definitely lacked. It's definitely been off a bit, because I know they've had these strong runs like Gateway and Bristol. I know he just got some nice solid top 5, top 10 finishes there, but still I don't really see like the full consistency out of the 99 team. I feel like I expected better than I did for them, because they did great last year. This year they should have done a whole lot better. And also got to think, there's some couple drivers who I think are going to do better than them. Heck, I already have my 2 picks to make the championship 4 to be in there with Nemechek and Creed. So Ben Rhodes is definitely one of the contenders, but the consistency I feel like has just been off of the 99 team. So that's why I think he probably won't make it. But the reason I do think he'll make is just that these next few tracks are going to be pretty good for him, because he has top 10 and 5 finishes there. Like I said, 10th at Vegas earlier this year. He finished 5th at Talladega last year and finishes 2nd Martinsville last year. So watch out for Ben Rhodes. Now let's move on to Zane Smith. Zane Smith. It has been a wild, and I mean a wild first round for this team, because coming into the playoffs, we all know last year was definitely better. He has no wins this year, and he's just has had a bit of a struggle, because he did not kick off the playoffs really good. He finished 35th at Gateway, but then the last 2 weeks he's done pretty well. Or actually, no, the last 3 weeks and stuff. Like he finished 9th at Darlington, finished 8th at Bristol. So his best finish of the round of 10 was at Bristol, and he was able to make it on to the next round. So Zane Smith definitely did what he had to do to make his way into the second round. So definitely good for him. And for the tracks they're going to, at Vegas, he finished 6th there earlier this year. Talladega, he finished 33rd, but once again, it's a restricted plate. Anything can happen and stuff. And then he finished 3rd at Martinsville a year ago, so that's pretty good. So watch out for Zane Smith, definitely, and stuff, because he can definitely get it done, because he'll make these late race runs, especially like at the last moment or the last race or the last minute. He'll start to charge up and see if he can make it into the next round. So that's why I think he could make it. Another reason, now here's a reason why I don't think he can make it. I just said it. This has not been the best season for him. He's had some struggles and stuff, and we've seen it throughout the year. And so Zane Smith definitely not doing as well as he did last year, and that's just it. He hasn't been as competitive as he was and stuff. And if I had to say between Ben Rhodes and Zane Smith, who do I feel like would have a better championship 4 run, I'd say Ben Rhodes easily, probably like 5 positions or something. But I love Zane Smith. He's my boy. He's like my first favorite driver. I don't know anymore. He's my second. I love Zane Smith. I want him to make the championship 4, but I'm not sure he can make it, but it's possible and stuff, because Zane Smith can make these late race runs, like I said, but will it work out for him? We'll just have to see in this round. Now let us move on to Chandler Smith. Now on to Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith probably like the second most momentum heading into the round of 8, because, well, he just won at Bristol. And if we take a look at his round 1, it did not start off hot. He finished 28th at Gateway, something I expected. Then he started to pick things up. He finished 7th at Darlington, which is this photo right here. And I kind of knew he would do good at Darlington, because he did great at Darlington earlier this year, until I think he was caught up in one of the wrecks. No, I don't think he was. And then he just won Bristol and stuff. So definitely a great race for the 18 team. And now for like what we have in the rounds, I'm not sure if he'll do so well, because, all right, because the first race, of course, is Vegas. Finished 19th there earlier this year, but that was early this year. He's definitely gotten better since then. He finished third at Talladega last year in the 51, and he has not raced at Martinsville, so that's probably going to be an issue. But the thing about Chandler Smith, I feel like he's a pretty nice short track driver, because what really he is, he finished like third or fourth at Richmond earlier this year. He finished, of course, he just won at Bristol, and then Martinsville, I feel like he could do pretty good at, so we'll just have to wait and see. So that's what I feel like Chandler Smith could definitely make the championship for, because he has the momentum, he has the win, he has the confidence in him. He did better than Christian Eckes did in the 18 truck this year than last year, and he's just had, like I said, he has the momentum, and he's heading the tracks that, I mean, he should do pretty well at. Talladega, you don't know how that's going to end. Martinsville, I feel like he'll do good at, because it's a short track. And Vegas, that's topsy-turvy. That may be a struggle for him, but we'll have to see. But a reason why I don't think he'll make it is because, like I said, Vegas, he finished 19th. That's not going to do well, especially with 8 drivers left in this playoff field. Talladega, it's a wild one. It's going to be crazy. In Martinsville, he has no experience there, and that's weird, pretty bad for him, because Martinsville is the second to last race of the season, so that's going to be a struggle for him. So Chandler Smith, would I say he would do better than Ben Rhodes? I probably would say no. Would he do better than Zane Smith? I actually think Chandler Smith should do better than Zane Smith in the round of 8, but once again, I'm not 100% sure, because this is a prediction. But Chandler Smith, like I said, reason why he could make it, he has the momentum on him, and he's headed to tracks that I feel like he could do good at. But a reason why he couldn't is because he just does not have the experience, especially at Martinsville, the second to last race before the championship four. So that's going to be an issue for the 18 truck. So we'll see how it plays out. This is just a prediction. Now let's move on to our final final 3 drivers: Matt Crafton, Carson Hocevar, and Stuart Friesen. Let's start off with Crafton. Now, here's my favorite driver, Matt Crafton, Indy 88. Matt Crafton, guys, I'm sorry. He's had a nice, just a non-talkative round one, just a nice quiet round one, a nice peaceful and pretty dominant one. He has been very consistent. Not only him, but him and Stuart Friesen have been very consistent in this first round, because let me tell you this, Matt Crafton's round one was excellent. He finished runner-up at Gateway, he finished 10th at Darlington, and just finished 7th at Bristol on Friday night. And now for the round of 8, he finished 5th at Vegas earlier this year. He finished 10th at Talladega last year, and finished 5th at Martinsville a year ago, the race where he got eliminated and did not make the championship for. So watch out for Matt Crafton. He is quietly having a pretty consistent season. Actually, the playoffs have definitely shown that. So watch out for Matt Crafton and the 88 team. The reason why I think they can make it is just the consistency, the runs they've been on, and the reason I probably feel like they couldn't make it is probably because I don't know, probably some things happening. They probably run into some unfortunate issues. I can't really say, because Matt Crafton's been pretty good, so it's really hard to say what are the things that can slow him down. Maybe some mistakes probably could slow him down, but he hasn't really made that many mistakes lately, so I feel like Matt Crafton could definitely make the championship four, and I feel like he had better odds than the other 3 drivers I just announced and stuff, so we'll see. But this is just a prediction, not 100% sure, but I'll still tell you my prediction once we're done with this. But anyway, Matt Crafton, feel like he can make it because he's just been consistent in the playoffs so far. The reason why I don't think he can make it is probably because things can change in the playoffs just like that, because like I said, this is the wild card part of the playoffs. It's always the second or third round. No, it's like the second round in the playoffs in NASCAR. That's the wild card. Vegas, a mile and a half. Talladega, Super Speedway, and Martinsville, short track. It's going to be a crazy, wild one for the Truck Series playoffs. So Matt Crafton, we'll see what can happen. Now let's move on to the rookie, Carson Hocevar. Next up, we have Carson Hocevar. He had a pretty solid round one, to be honest. Gateway, he did finish 8th, Darlington finished 11th, and Bristol, he just finished 6th. Now, if we're talking about how will he do in the next round, he finished 24th at Vegas earlier this year, but he's definitely gotten better since then. Last year, he did not run at Talladega, even when he was running part-time. He did run at Martinsville last year, though. He finished 13th, I believe, so we'll see how Carson Hocevar does right here. Do I think he'll do better than Matt Crafton? Probably not. Will he do better than Chandler Smith? Probably not. Zane Smith, I feel like he could. Ben Rhodes, I don't think so. So we'll see for Carson Hocevar, because let's just get this out of the way. Gateway, it was a struggle at first, but he had a nice comeback, solid run to get an 8th place finish. Darlington, he wasn't really so good at. He did better there early in the year, but didn't do as well this year. But Bristol, he was not running so hot. But then a late race run definitely got him caught up and stuff. So my reasoning for Carson Hocevar probably making the championship 4 is that he's able to stay in the game. I don't know. He's able to stay in the game even after some unfortunate issues for them. So that's actually pretty good. But a reason that he couldn't make it is because these mistakes keep happening. You can't let these mistakes happen, especially this deep in the playoffs, and especially in the wild card round with, like I said, a short track, super speedway, and an intermediate mile-and-a-half racetrack. So you can't have this stuff happen for him, because after that, I don't think you can make a comeback from that. Like a super speedway, you probably could. Short track, I guess you could, because he did it at Bristol. So I guess you could do it at Martinsville, but it's not as fast as Bristol. And then Las Vegas, I feel like you could, but I'm not 100% sure. So a reason why I think he could do it is because he's had some late race comebacks. A reason why I couldn't do it is because of, like I said, these mistakes he's been making, these issues he's been having with the truck definitely is going to affect him, and he really just hasn't been that consistent. He's just been very lucky to have these nice, solid comebacks. But I still love Carson Hocevar. I hope he does make it in the championship 4, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now let's move on to our final driver. So if I was talking about an old veteran being consistent, Matt Crafton, it's also been a great playoffs or great first round for Stewart Friesen, guys. Stewart Friesen, he finished 4th at Gateway, he finished 3rd at Darlington, and finished 4th at Bristol. And then earlier this year at Vegas, he finished 4th. Talladega last year, he finished 17th, but that's Talladega Super Speedway, anything can happen. And he finished 6th at Martinsville last year. So watch out for Stewart Friesen. I don't know why, but he's just been having a very nice, quiet, really good season. Definitely better than 2020, because 2019 was the last time we've seen Carson Hocevar making a great playoff run. We did not see that last year. Heck, he didn't even make the playoffs last year. So this has definitely been a great year for the 52 team ever since they switched to Toyota, which is what, their 2nd year being with Toyota now. So watch out for Stewart Friesen, guys. I feel like probably has like the best average finish out of all the playoff drivers, except for like Sheldon Creed and stuff. Maybe John Hunter Nemechek. No, he probably does have a better average finish than John Hunter Nemechek, but that doesn't matter. So watch out for Stewart Friesen. Because to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like if we don't count Sheldon Creed and John Hunter Nemechek, I feel like that Stewart Friesen is that 3rd place driver. So watch out for that. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, great. It's just been great for Stewart Friesen and the 52 team. So we'll see what they can do in the next round. A reason that I do think they'll make is just the consistency, just like Matt Crafton, the consistency streak they've been on. And now a reason that I feel like they probably won't do so well is probably because anything can happen. Like I said, anything can happen. They could probably have some struggles and stuff. It's very hard to say. And these drivers who I said that probably won't do so good, maybe they will do so well that they'll probably do better than Stewart Friesen, or maybe Stewart Friesen runs into some bad luck. We'll just have to see, but Stewart Friesen definitely probably one of the best playoff drivers right now currently. Now we have made it. Let me give you my predictions to predict our final 4 Truck Series drivers going after the championship in Phoenix in November for the championship. We already said Sheldon Creed would make it. We already said John Nemechek would make it into the championship 4. Now let's announce our last 2 drivers filling up the 3rd spot for the championship 4 in the Truck Series. In my prediction, it is Matt Crafton, the driver who did absolutely nothing to win his 3rd championship in 2019. Now, I'm just going to say it. Matt Crafton has just been on it. He's just been on it like white on rice. I don't get that saying still, but still, Matt Crafton, I definitely have a lot of faith in him. Like I said, 2nd at Gateway, 10th at Darlington, 7th at Bristol and stuff. He finished earlier this year. He finished 5th at Vegas earlier this year. Had a nice, great run at Talladega. That may be different and stuff. We'll have to see. And Martinsville finished 5th. I feel like just the consistency is gonna get them into the final 4. Will they win? I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do think the consistency will definitely work out in their favor. So watch out for that 88 truck to go for a championship once again and probably go after his 4th title. And if he does get his 4th title, I think I think he'll tie for what the most championships in the Truck Series and stuff. So I think 5 is the one the Truck Series have not hit. So watch out, because I think Ron Hornaday has the most championships. So could Matt Crafton get his 4th championship? We'll see. But the thing is, can he make the championship 4 first? Because that's my prediction. I feel like Matt Crafton will make the championship 4. Now, the final driver who I think will make the championship 4 is Stuart Friesen. I feel like Stuart Friesen will make the championship 4 once again for, I believe, the 2nd time in his Truck Series career. Watch out for Stuart Friesen. Like I said, the consistency. He's had the best finishes. I'm pretty sure he's had the best finishes in the first round of the Truck Series playoffs. 4th at Gateway, 3rd at Darlington, 4th at Bristol. He finished 4th at Vegas early this year. That's the next race we're about to head to in a couple days. He finished 17th at Talladega, but that's Talladega. Anything can happen. And he finished 6th at Martinsville last season. So watch out for Stuart Friesen. Definitely has a lot of momentum riding on his side, because just like Matt Crafton, the consistency is building up on him and the 88. So definitely a lot of consistency build up for these old drivers right here. And I feel like he kind of has a better shot than Matt Crafton, but we'll have to see. So Stuart Friesen is the 4th and final driver, I believe, that'll make the championship 4. So my championship 4 picks are Stuart Friesen, Sheldon Creed, John Henry Nemechek, and Matt Crafton. And also, think of this. Stuart Friesen has won at Phoenix before. He's won at Phoenix back in 2019 for his 2nd career win. So watch out for Stuart Friesen, guys. He could get win number 3 of his career, and it could be the championship. So watch out. If he does make the championship 4, he's gonna work his ass off to get the championship. Especially if he knows that the championship's at Phoenix, where that's the last place he's won at. So watch out for Stuart Friesen. So those are my 4 drivers that I predict. So the 4 drivers who I do predict to be out are Ben Rhodes, Chandler Smith, Zane Smith, and Carson Hocevar, sadly. But those are my championship 4 picks for or actually my round of 8 predictions and stuff for the championship 4 for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. And that's going to do it. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to check out my gaming channel, link to the channel will be in the description. Go subscribe over there. Just made a video for my gaming channel on Monday, so go check that out. If you want to follow me on Instagram, link will be in the description. Give me a follow. I'll probably follow you back. Also, we hit 176 subscribers. We gained a subscriber today. So guys, thank you guys so much. Just want to build this up and stuff. I love this channel. I love making videos and stuff. It's very fun to do. And yeah, and don't forget, this was only one of the 2 other prediction videos we're going to be making. Tomorrow will be the Xfinity Series prediction as their playoffs start at Vegas, and then we'll also have the Cup Series predictions on Friday for the round of 12, where they're also going through the same tracks as the Truck Series, except for Martinsville. They'll have the Roval instead of Martinsville for the elimination race. So should be very fun. I cannot wait to do that. And so, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to drop your Truck Series predictions for the championship 4, actually for the round of 8, like who do you think will make the championship 4? Drop it in the description. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So see you guys next one. Have a great rest of your day. This is NASCAR Mobile 48. Peace out.